coming in to show you how to make a clutch bag out of these placemats that I showed you in my last haul from Dollar Tree. I know a lot of people have been requesting how I make mine. It's really simple, as you will see, but yeah, and this is what the finished product looks like. And I've also showed you in this video, or will show you, how to attach a closure and this embellishment. So yeah, but quick tips when you're picking out like your placemats to make these clutches with, make sure that they have some weight to them, or some body, or basically some stiffness. Like the one here I just showed you. The reason why I like these from Dollar Tree is the fact that it has vinyl on the back side. It's just fabric that's been attached to vinyl, of course, to protect your table, but it's great to give the placemat clutch some sturdiness. So if you put your phone or some keys or something with a little bit of weight, it'll hold up. Like these placemats right here that I hauled a long time ago that I got from Dollar Tree, as you can see, these are very flimsy. These will not work. I know I've seen people who actually have done that, but when you put something heavy inside, it's just gonna collapse in on itself, and it's just gonna look like you got a potato sack or something. Using it as a clutch, it'll look cute before you put something in it, but once you put something in it, it's just gonna, you know, kind of collapse, and like I said, in on itself. Also look for, like this time of year, end of season clearances and things like that, sales, because you'll get a lot of really cute you know, placemats. I love to go to places like Ross and Pier 1 and places that have unique looking placemats. You know, everybody can go to Dollar Tree and get some, you know, clutches from, some placemats from Dollar Tree, but look in places like thrift stores, you know, consignment stores, you know, little boutiques and places that you can find some really cute and different looking placemats, because you don't want to have the same thing everybody else does. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you a few that I've created, you know, over the past year or so, and some of the, you know, styles that I really love. I'm gonna show you a couple now. This one is just a simple placemat. I actually carried this to church last Sunday. I've taken off the brooch. I actually had a brooch right here covering up the hardware, and that's another tip. I'll show you that in the video, but this is just one. It's a cute little sort of, well, it's not really a copper color, but you can see it's sort of metallic-y looking. But anyway, that's just one. And then here's another one, which I love. This is great for this time of year. I love this orange color. I did not add a closure because it's heavy enough to stay closed, and it's actually two-tone, so it was a reversible placemat, and I like the orange side of it. So yeah, love that. Found this one. This is a purple one, one of my favorites. Again, sort of a metallic-y material. It's like a faux leather. Love this one, y'all. So again, you know, look for unique bags, you know, that, you know, people you won't see everybody with, because it's easy to make, it's cheap, you don't have to go out here and spend a fortune on clutches. I know a lot of people, you know, don't mind doing that, but if you want the versatility and all that good stuff, then, you know, do it this way. So yeah, so stay tuned for the how-to, and stay tuned afterwards to see more of these little clutches that I've created. So see ya, bye. Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to make a clutch out of this dollar store placemat that I got a couple days ago. I showed you this in my last Dollar Tree haul. I picked up two of these. These are lined, of course, with vinyl, unlike the other fabric tablecloths that they carry. So yeah, I already have one here that I've removed the tags and everything. So what you want to do is just fold it to the depth that you like. So this is pretty much where I want it to be, right here. And you just kind of test it out, see what it's going to look like by folding the top down, and you know, there's your basic clutch form. So you kind of want to finger press it. You can actually put a pressing cloth on top and on a low setting, kind of press this down because you don't want to damage the vinyl on the inside. But yeah, I'm just gonna finger press it, and then you just put it under your presser foot on the sewing machine and get sewing. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you can see a little better how to sew it. In the machine I have a matching thread. I tried to get a thread that was identical to the thread that's already in the placemat. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a beigey kind of thread. But yeah, of course you want to get a thread according to what color your placemat is. And in the bobbin I have a monofilament, just regular kind of clear thread. So yeah, or you could, you know, wind your bobbin with this matching thread on top. So I'm just gonna put it under the presser foot, and what I'm gonna try to do is actually put the seam that's already sewn on the placemat directly under the needle, so I can kind of follow the stitch pattern that's already there, just to make it, I guess, neater. So once you have it in there, you just start sewing. My machine's set on a straight stitch. If you want to do a zigzag or add some decorative stitches, by all means, if you're a seasoned sewer. So yeah, and just get started sewing. You could, with this one, I think I'm okay with just a regular standard sewing needle, but you could use a heavy duty needle, depending on how thick the placemat is. So if it's thicker, I would definitely get a heavy duty sewing needle and attach it or put it onto your machine. So anyway, let's get started. And I'm gonna start off. My scissors and clip the threads. Go ahead and pull those out so I can do it over there. And so I'm gonna trim off any extra threads here. And like I said, I'm gonna go back in and do a back stitch here because it's gonna be a lot of wear and tear right here when you're opening and using your bag. So I just want to make sure it's got a good secure connection. And so we have our first side sewn down. Whoops. And y'all, I'm trying to do it in better lighting because over in my craft area, certain times of the day it's just really crappy lighting wise. So yeah, this side is all sewn up, as you can see. Whoops, here we go. All sewn up. And then we're just gonna turn it over and do this side. So yeah, okay, let's put it on under the presser foot. Again, I'm trying to get my needle lined up with the stitch pattern that's already there. All right. Oops, a couple more here. Alright, so there you go. Let me zoom out. Alright, there is your basic clutch form. Now at this point you want to add a closure. If you want to add a closure, some people don't. If you want to press it to make sure that the top flap stays closed, by all means at this point that's where you would do that. But I'm going to go over here and show you how to attach a closure without, well, I'll just show you how to attach a closure. All right, stay tuned. Okay guys, you have several different options as far as doing a closure for this. You can leave it like it is, just press it down like I said with an iron, put a pressing cloth down first and then flatten it out and just carry it as is. Or you can do the hook and loop fasteners like this. You can get these at Dollar Tree. Definitely make this a true Dollar Tree craft DIY, or you know, purse DIY. Or you can get these snap closures. I have a bag full of these little snap closures right here. They look like this, and you can get them in decorative finishes and things like that. And I'm hoping that you can see that it has a little pearlized top, and it has the little claw hooks on the back. It's almost like adding you know, the rhinestones, like with the bedazzler. It has the little points on the back, and I've done that a bunch of times, but today I am going to use these magnetic snaps. And you can buy these in bulk, or you can just get individual packages like this. They're available in the craft store, in the purse making section, or in the fabric store in the notions area. So yeah, and how you attach these is simple. Depending on the thickness now of your fabric, you just take them out, and each you have the male and female end of these, as you can see, and then they both have like a little, I guess, washer, whatever you want to call that, on the back. These little rectangular pieces, and that just stabilizes it on the fabric. Now make sure you get the right color. You could do gold or silver. I'm sure they're probably available in other colors as well. I've seen black and blue and stuff like that. But anyway, I just had these gold ones on hand. I think they'll work fine with this. Of course, you want to put the male portion on top and the female on the bottom, or if you want to reverse it, that is totally up to you. Okay, so let me show you how to do this. I eyeball it. I swear I eyeball it. I never ever measure or do anything like that, but if you're not sure, just measure it out. So all I'm gonna do is kind of see where I want it to be. I don't want it too close to the edge. Down here, I want it a little farther in, and yeah, so I'm just gonna place it there where I want it. Just kind of eyeball it. And there goes one of my lights, y'all. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I'm kind of eyeballing it in the center of the bag. And I'm just going to press down really hard with my finger. And sometimes it'll come all the way through. And here, let me see if I could zoom in a little bit. Oops, wrong way. If I can zoom in a little bit. And as you can see, I'm just pressing. So it's poked through the vinyl already, the vinyl layer underneath. So what I'm going to do is take my craft knife. If I could find it, here it is, my X-Acto knife, and I'm just gonna make a tiny little slit where the two prongs are. Be careful, y'all. You know, if you're making this with your kids or whatever, just help them out here. I'm just a little bit of a slit to give it a little area to come through, and as you can see, it's through right there. And then you add your little where are we? Your little washer. I don't know what this thing's called, but anyway, you just put it on there, and then you fold the prongs outward, and that secures it in place. And then to do the bottom portion of it, I just kind of put the snap there, you know, attach the male part to the female part. Oops, sorry y'all, let me zoom out. Okay, well, let's get a little closer. I just snapped the two together. Here, let me do this again because you didn't see that. Take that off. You just snap the two together like that, and then you just kind of press down a little bit. What you may want to do, and I think I have something here. I'll just use this book for, well, no, that's going to be a little too big. Let's see. I swear I'm so unorganized here. I'll use this little junk mail as a little protector. I'm just going to slide that in, and then just press down enough to mark that spot with the prongs on the female part, and as you can see here, probably not. Here we go in a little bit. There we go. And I'll do it again. You just press that down to mark where those prongs will go through. And I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm just gonna make sure that that little piece of paper is under there and cut through ever so slightly with my knife to give it a little head start. And then I'm going to take that part off and just poke it through like that. See? And it went through. And then you're just going to pop on, take this out, your little washer or whatever that is, and fold it out again, as you can see, and fold each prong outward, and there you go. There is your closure. Zoom back out. And you can close your bag. So now this is the fun part, and this is the thing that you want to do. I have this big box of buttons, or a container rather, of buttons and things that I've accumulated, and so I picked out a couple of choices to camouflage that hardware, but this is where you can, like I said, be creative and pick what you want, but you want to make sure that it's wide enough to cover that. Like this one I thought would be perfect. It's a hammered sort of finish, but apparently it's obviously not going to be big enough. You know, it's not going to cover that whole surface area. So I found this one. Now this is a big button that I probably got on clearance somewhere, and I just thought it was cute. This one's okay, kind of like that one. And then I have this one, sort of like a pearlized button, but you can use all types of things to cover this up. You can make things, you know, out of polymer clay. You can use broken jewelry pieces. Here's a, which I use these all the time. Now this doesn't match this bag obviously, but this is just a brooch, and you can just slide the brooch on and, you know, see, cover that up. You can change these out, you know, if you did a solid bag, you can use different types of brooches or whatever, pins and things like that. So I think I'm gonna use this one right here. I like this one, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. I think I'm going to use this one. So what you want to do, of course, take it off this card. You want to cut the shank off, and all you need is a pair of wire cutters, or like I have these dollar store ones, and just cut that shank off. Easy as pie. Well, anyway, just put a dollop on the back and get it out. The only thing I don't like about E6000, it has a very strong hold, is the smell though. I can't stand this smell, but I love the way that it holds on whatever you're using it on. It's got a great bond. Okay, so once you do that, just pop it on top and just let that dry. I'll let that dry a good 24 hours just to give it a good hold. And then there is your clutch. Simple and easy. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you a few more samples that I've made to give you some inspirational ideas on making your own clutches. So yeah, stay tuned.